Hi, I'm Daniel Roberts, a commander at Los Alamos Police Department. This year, the police department has joined the Be Visible campaign. As the weather warms up and people are going outside to exercise, walk, run, or some of the kids are riding their bikes, we're trying to join the Be Visible campaign, which is talking about safety equipment so people are more visible to oncoming traffic. Los Alamos Police Department is joining with a lot of other community members on giving out items such as reflective bands, bike stickers, reflective tape, shoelaces that are reflective so in low light it reflects off the headlights of cars. We remind people that are out and about to try to be visible, use flashlights, wear bright clothing, and do anything that's possible to bring their attention that somebody's outside on the side of the street. So we look forward to seeing anybody out there. We will be setting up various booths at organizations, and we have items to hand out. So be safe out there and try to be visible.
Hi, I'm Troy Hughes with Los Alamos Fire Department, reminding you that fall's upon us and winter's soon coming, so we'll start using our appliances more, like our furnace, our fireplaces. Make sure you get those appliances checked by a certified technician, especially the fireplaces. Make sure you've got a good chimney sweep, get that thing good and clean and ready to burn, and make sure you have a good working CO detector and smoke alarm in your home if you're going to use those appliances.
3-1. Got a lot of static. I guess that's why we have static.
Right, you're standing on the cord. Power won't get through.
All those electrons. Just and this morning, let's almost for softball team will take on the Pojoaque Elkettes in a district contest. The Hilltoppers coming into the ball game with a overall record of 11-7. They're 3-1 in district play. They are coached by Eds, who are 7-9 on the season. They are 2-0 in this by Chris Ortiz, and Chris Ortiz has been around for a while. Mike coaching Pojoaque Elkettes softball. This is Gene Martinson along with Mike Mays, and we're here on a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning in northern Mexico. And a beautiful, beautiful field, except we have a tumbleweed right in front of us. Makes it feel kind of tacky. But anyway, this is a beautiful field. It's all astroturf. In fact, what gives it the infield dirt, so there, and a beautiful softball score that points right field. Yeah, that's right. We were sitting perfectly. Unfortunately, we are not Gene Sanders. A little bit. That was the original one, but I don't know what they call it nowadays.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is called, but AstroTurf was horrible.
Yeah, it was
horrible. You might as well just painted cement green. You would have had pretty much the exact same give.
I remember I walked out on after AstroTurf Milne Field down in Albuquerque, and I walked out on the field to talk to Coach Bob Scott, and it was like, this is what they're going to play on. It was just, I mean, you talk about hard as a rock. It was hard as a rock.
Absolutely, but no, this is a great facility here, and it would be really just about the best facility if we could see the scoreboard. But that's all right. If that's the worst thing that happens today, we'll be okay. But in any event, District 2 4A softball contest. This is the first end of a district doubleheader. Then after we're done with this game, we're going to pack up and go a couple hundred yards to our left and go watch some baseball.
At least we're going to try. Yeah, we have to pack everything up, run over there, and reset up. But hopefully this softball game will go fast enough that we can overlap They won't overlap. Anyway, we'll have time to set up the baseball. Baseball game usually takes longer. Both games starting at 11 o'clock, unfortunately. So last week we did the games and they staggered them an hour, and that really did help. Anyway, right now, Mike, I think it'd be nice if you could go over the Hilltopper defense and the Pojoaque Elkett defense.
Absolutely. So the Elkettes, of course, the home team this morning, and they will start Amaya Gonzalez at first base. Aaliyah Rios will start at second base. Anissa Herrera at shortstop. Kaylin Mondragon at third base. Outfield is Marissa Martinez, Kelly Griego, and Stephanie Romero. Behind the plate, Alexis Aragon And Chantel Molina is your starting pitcher for the Toppers today. They are going their batting order. They're going to lead off as usual with Rihanna Naranjo. She is the center fielder. Illy Garcia is actually the designated hitter today. A little bit of a change there. Abby D. Herrera is the shortstop. Michaela Guillen batting cleanup and playing first base. Micah Stanfield is in left field, followed by Hannah Bergman at second base. Maria De Herrera is the third baseman. Dalen Rodriguez gets a start this morning behind the plate. Izzy Madison is in right field. And the flex player and pitching for the Toppers, Bella Robertson, to start this game one.
Bella is pitching.
Well, let me see. Maybe I was looking at game two. That is not impossible.
Yeah, we got two.
Let me double check on that. I might be wrong. Because we actually got both of the lineup cards, which is we're usually doing good if we get one or the other, but today we got both of them from the Toppers. Well, anyway, we'll check on that in a minute, but right now, Rihanna Naranjo, the leadoff hitter, gets things going here in the top of the first inning, and she looks at a low and inside pitch for ball one.
So Rihanna, the center fielder for Los Alamos, at the plate, and a nice fastball. I mean, just floated right over. I mean, right waist high. Nice pitch. Didn't have a whole lot on it, but it just floated right up over the plate. So I can see the scoreboard. There's a ground ball down to first base. That's going to be an easy play down at first base for Amaya Gonzalez. She just does it all by herself. It's just right to her. And all she has to do is scoop it up. And so unassisted, nice little unassisted out for Maya Gonzalez down there at first base. And so now at the plate, let's see who we got at the plate, Mike.
That would be, just have the lineup here. That would be Illy Garcia, the designated hitter here in game number one. Yes, that is correct. So
she fouls the first pitch off, and right over the score, right over the backstop. See, I'm going to check something on the lineups too. But anyway, right now, the count right now is a one strike. And on the mound, like they say, for Chantel Molina. And I think there's another foul ball over the third base dugout. So at least she's getting the bat on the ball, at least. So anyway, I need to check my lineup too here. So
1-2 the count here for Illy Garcia. Nobody on and one out. Just getting things started. Fastball, and that's lifted to left center, and that is tracked down and caught in left field. That was Marissa Martinez, the left fielder. A pretty well hit ball. It looked like it had a chance to get into the gap, but nice play by Martinez to track that one down and record out number two.
And now coming to the plate is shortstop Abby De Herrera. And so there's two outs for Los Alamos right now. This ball, first pitch is going to be kind of low, but nice hit there by Illy. And Illy Garcia ends up flying out to the right fielder, the left fielder. And so Abby De Herrera takes a swing. And so out right now 1-1 to Abby.
No, they're going to say she actually was trying to get out of the way of that pitch, and I think that's the right call. So 2-0. Okay.
There's a nice hit. Boy, wow, nice hit out into left field. That's going to go all the way up against the fence. Illy, she's going to go for three. I don't know. She dives in, highlight reel slide, as she goes in hands first. So a nice little Pete Rose slide there as she came around. She rounded to second base, and she was headed for third, no question about it. But a beautiful hit right down the left field line, right up against the fence. So the Hilltoppers they're going to make her go back to second base. And I don't know why.
Are they calling that a ground rule double?
Well, it didn't go over the fence. It bounced up and hit the fence.
Oh, okay. So it was actually stuck underneath the fence, I guess, is what they're going to call. Which you don't see that.
And not very often. Can't get the ball out of the fence.
So they're going to send her back to second, which is that very unfortunate. Oh, and there goes Abby, and she's going to, on a delayed steal, the throw back to the pitcher. Nobody paying attention to her, and she takes third base. So she ends up at third anyway. But yeah, that hit. She made it into third base easily, and would have even if the ball hadn't gotten stuck underneath the fence.
At the plate right now is Michaela Gia, and she's the pitcher for Los Alamos in this ball game. The count right now is 2-0 to Michaela. Michaela, just a freshman, but she will be pitching here for Los Alamos. But right now, she's a cleanup hitter. Number 4 swings and misses. Wow,
big swing.
Boy, yes, it's so. Yeah, I mean, that time Chantel Molina took a lot off of it. Boy, Michaela was heading for the scoreboard out there in center field, facing right field. Anyway, so this is just nice pitch at the knee on the inside corner. Pretty pitch, 2-2. Now is the count to the pitcher, Michaela again. Hilltoppers have a runner on third base, and that is Abby D. Herrera. And Michaela again, sitting here at 2-2 right now. There's a floater. She tried to take a lot off of it, and it just kind of floated and then kept floating as it floated up high and outside.
Yeah, trying to get Guillen to chase, and I think she thought about it. That was a good, from the batter's perspective, it looks really good, that pitch.
And this pitch is going to be high, so that's going to send Michaela down to first base. So the Hilltoppers right now, with runners on first and third, Abby D. Herrera over at third base after she got a ground rule double. Actually, she actually got a triple, but they couldn't get the ball out of the fence, so they ruled it a ground rule. Boy, there's a nice hit out into left field, and this one's going to drop in. That's going to bring in some runs for Los Alamos. Michaela again, she's going to come all the way around. The Hilltoppers 2 runs. Well, that was a nice hit out into left field, and that got over the left fielder's head, backing up, trying to get to it that time was Marissa Martinez. Could not get to it, went over her head and bounced off the fence, did not stick in the fence. So all the runners got to go, and Michaela Guillen comes all the way in from first base. Wow. I think she was a hit and run because she was going. And so at the plate, and that was Micah Stanfield, by the way, with that nice hit. And everybody, it was the first pitch. I never got a chance to say who was at the bat, but right now it's Hannah Bergman, the second baseman for Los Alamos. This one's gonna get away from the catcher, and so that's going to move Micah Stanfield down to second base, down to third base. So she had a beautiful double. Michael Stanfield, the left fielder for Los Alamos, she whacked out a beautiful double and drove in a couple of runs. And so Hannah Bergman, the second baseman, at the plate right now, and swings at this one, fouls it back against the backstop. So Hannah, so 2 outs right now. The first 2 batters, Mike, went down. It looked like Pojoaque was in control. A ground ball to first, and then a fly out to left field, and then the ball gets away from the catcher, and so another slide, another highlight slide into the plate by Micah Stanfield. So the girls are getting a lot of highlights here tonight as they diving into the base, and this time a nice little picture perfect slide. The count right now is 2-1. Hannah Bergman, high pop fly out into center field. That's going to be pulled in out there in center field by Kelly Griego, and that will end the inning. But the Hilltoppers, wow, come up big with 3 big runs, Mike. And so I'll let you sum it up.
All right. So the Toppers take a 3-0 lead after just half an inning. And they score 3 runs on. Well, we're going to argue about this. I gave them 1 hit and 1 error.
Oh, is that right?
And nobody left on base. 3-0. So Toppers with the advantage early.
So you gave him a
that should have been caught. Should have been caught.
I gave him two nice hits.
I know you did.
I don't know.
I didn't even have to ask.
You're a mean guy.
I'm a mean man.
Yes, you are.
So up to bat coming up for the Pojoaque Valley Elks. Run down their batting order real quick. And it's Herrera, the shortstop, will be up first, followed by Kaylin Mondragon. Marissa Martinez, the left fielder. Elia Rios, the second baseman. Kelly Griego, batting 5th and playing center field. Amaya Gonzalez is the first baseman. Stephanie Romero is the right fielder. Chantel Molina, the pitcher. And a designated hitter, Tia Roybal. She is hitting for Alexis Aragon. So, and it's Herrera, Kaylin Mondragon, and Marissa Martinez up 1, 2, 3 to start the bottom of the first inning. If anybody gets on, and the cleanup hitter, Elia Rios, will come to the plate.
And you're right, Mike. Bella Robertson is the pitcher.
Yep. So what happened was we actually got the Toppers actually filled out both of their lineup cards, which is stunning. We're lucky if we can get one, and they had both of them, and I think it was very easy to get them confused. But Bella Robertson is going to be the starting pitcher for the Toppers, and she throws a fastball, and that is upstairs.
Yeah, Anissa Herrera, the shortstop, is the leadoff batter for Pojoaque, trailing in this ballgame 3-0, and she'll be followed by Kaylin Mondragon. And it's a nice pitch by Bella, and it was it just kind of dropped. It was coming and dropped over the right field corner, and it's kind of a half swing that time by Anissa. It's all she could do. She saw that thing coming. She decided I better take a hit at it. So she just kind of took a lazy swing. And so let's see what the count right now is 2-1. And this pitch is, well, it looked pretty good, but they're calling it a ball. It's going to be 3-1. So 3-1 to the leadoff hitter, the shortstop, Anissa Herrera. On deck is Kaylin Mondragon, the third baseman. Boy, nice pitch. That was a home run ball, I tell you.
So, well, that was right at the numbers,
yes,
and got a lot of the plate, but
so that's
Herrera looking all the way.
Full count to the leadoff batter. And boy, and Anissa ready to throw the bat, head down to first base. And she took him about 2 steps toward first base. And then the umpire hollers strike. And kind of like, whoa, little disagreement there between the batter and the umpire, but she's called out on strikes.
Well, that was no doubt about that one. That was a great pitch.
It really was. Maybe the batter was trying to, Anissa was trying to sell that to somehow.
That would have been a tough sell.
Yes, it was.
Kaylin Mondragon, the third baseman, up to bat now with 1 out. Takes a big cut, 1-1. That count quickly. Bella doesn't take a whole lot of time in between pitches. She is a pretty fast worker.
Yes, she is. And she'll be followed by Marissa Martinez. Marissa is the left fielder. Swing and miss. So Bella, like Mike said, doesn't waste any time out on that mound. The Hilltoppers leading in this ballgame right now 3-0 after a big first inning after 2 outs. And they put in 3 runs after 2 outs. Swing and miss, and that's it. So Kaylin Mondragon goes down swinging, 2 away. So the first 2 batters that face Ella Mondragon, Bella Robertson, they go down swinging. Or well, they're not swinging, called out and then swinging. Marissa Martinez, the left fielder, is up. Nice pitch on the beautiful pitch, knee high, right on the outside corner. And Marissa just took a look at it. So
Bella throwing very, very hard here to start this ball game.
And there's another called strike.
Nothing but fastballs here from Robertson, and Pojoaque's mostly admiring him right now.
Yeah,
They've been very, very nice pitches.
And Marissa, she's going to go for the outside corner, and at least Daylin moved way over to the right, but this ball just came in high. I mean, high and right down the middle, but way high. So that's going to make it 1-2. This one's fouled off against the screen. So that will count and remain at 1-2. And on deck right now is Alaya Rios. And Alaya is the second baseman. She's the cleanup hitter, but the Bella Robertson not interested in facing the cleanup hitter in this inning. There's a nice hit out into center field. That's going to drop in. A one bouncer gets away from the center fielder, but then coming over, Micah Stanfield comes over in a hurry to help out. She scoops up the ball. The ball actually didn't get away from it. Actually was out in the outfield. Was Rihanna Naranjo, and the ball kind of took a funny bounce, kind of hit her in the shoulder and bounced away from her. So she could still play it, but Micah coming over in a hurry scoops it up. So a nice base hit for Marissa Martinez. So she's down at first base. And Alaya Rios, the second baseman at the plate. Hilltoppers leading 3-0. Swing and miss.
That had some late breaking action. Started right around the middle of the plate and then broke inside. And I think that caught Rios by surprise.
Yeah, so strike two, strike three.
Wow.
3 pitches and 3 strikes. So swings away but misses. So that'll bring this first inning to a close with the Hilltoppers leading 3-0 after one inning of play. So Mike, I'll let you set the batting order now for the Elks coming up. The Elkcats actually coming up here. Or for the Hilltoppers, for the Hilltoppers in the top of the second inning.
All right, so the Toppers going to send the bottom third of their order to the plate. Maria De Herrera, the other De Herrera girl. She's the third baseman. She's going to lead off this inning, batting sixth. Daylin Rodriguez is the catcher. Izzy Madison is batting in the number 9 hole. She is the number 9 batter. She bats number 9, and she plays position number 9. And then if anybody gets on, we'll swing around to the top of the order to Rihanna Naranjo. So Maria De Herrera stepping up to the plate, third baseman. Of course, we got Maria and Abby. Sometimes it's a little hard to keep them straight, but.
So Maria, the third baseman at the plate, the first pitch comes in. She takes a nice cut at it, but doesn't make any contact. So that's going to be strike 1 to Maria. And as Mike said, the catcher, Daylin Rodriguez, will be up next, followed by Izzy Madison, the right fielder. This pitch is high. I mean, it just had nothing on it and just floated high. So it's 1-1 is the count right now to Maria. Another pitch way high. Just deja vu all over again. That was the same pitch. She likes that pitch. It's ready. So right now it's 2-1. And this pitch is going to be inside. That's going to make it 2-2 is the count. 3-1. I can do this. 3-1 is the count now to Maria De Herrera, a little floater, and just never came down. It just a little floater, and it was intended to I think it was make a drop, but it just kept floating and floating high. So Maria De Herrera ends up on first base with a walk. And so now at the plate, the catcher, Daylin Rodriguez, good basketball player. We saw her all season long. There's a nice, beautiful hit out into center field. And that one's going to be, I think it's a ground rule double. Didn't it bounce over the fence?
I believe it did. Yes.
The umpires Umpires stopping everybody, but the ground rule double. And so that's going to move Maria de Herrera all the way around to third base. And Dale in with a beautiful double out into center field.
And again, one of those deals. It's unfortunate it hopped over the fence. Had it stayed in the park, that I think Maria scores easily.
Oh, absolutely easy.
But by rule on a ground rule double, whoever's on base gets 2 bases. So if she started on first, she goes to third.
So Izzy Madison at the plate right now. She's the number 9 batter for Los Alamos. But the Hilltoppers with runners on second and third. So Izzy has a chance to really blow this game open for Los Alamos. First pitch is a called strike.
Well, that was a little high.
Yes, it was. 3-0 is the score right now. The Hilltoppers leading, but the first 2 batters in the top of the second inning have made it to scoring position. Izzy a little late on that swing. So the count right now is 0-2 to Izzy. She's a right fielder. Good right fielder, too. She's made some amazing plays out there in right field. This is going to float high. And so that makes it now 2-1. So runners on second and third. Maria de Herrera started things off with a walk. And Dalen Rodriguez, beautiful double, which bounced over the fence. So the ground rule double, it'd have been more than that. This one pitches very high. So right now, Chantel Molina, a little inconsistent on the mound right now, but Izzy Madison, the number 9 batter for Los Alamos, is at the plate. High pop fly in the infield. And that's going to be pulled in by the first baseman. So it's just a little pop fly right in the infield, kind of down the first base dugout, first baseline, and right field, the first baseline. Anyway, Maya Gonzalez makes the stop. So Izzy flies out to the right to the first baseman, first base girl. Now we go around to the top of the order. Rihanna Naranjo, the center fielder. She popped out to Amaya in the first, and there's a high hit ball out into center field. That's good. Left field. That's going to get away. That's going to roll back to the fence. We're going to have 2 runners score, and we're going to send everybody home. And so, essentially, an infield home run on the error out in the left field. That should have been caught out in left field, but it got away from the left fielder. And so Rihanna Naranjo comes all the way around to score on the error. And so that makes it now 6-0. And nobody, let's see, 1 away here in the top of the second inning as the Hilltoppers pouring it on, Mike, here in this Saturday morning contest.
Yeah, it really did. And that ball plenty deep enough that would have scored Maria de Herrera from second.
Illy Garcia, nice hit out in left field. That's going to go up against the fence. And Illy is, they're going to send her. Well, I think there she goes with another dive. They love to dive, don't they?
That is the third dive we've seen from the Toppers. All 3 of them completely 100% unnecessary, but
well, it makes it look good. What they're hoping for is Nate Lindback and John McHale out there taking pictures to get a good picture to put in the paper. But right now it's Abby de Herrera, the shortstop, and the Hilltoppers are leading right now 6-0 in this ball game. They have a runner on second base, and that is, of course, Illy Garcia, and then Abby de Herrera.
That was actually a home run ball that she looked at that first pitch.
So this one floats a little high.
And for Chantel Molina, we saw in the first inning she had fantastic control. Here in the second inning, she's all over the place.
Yeah, she really is. She's having a lot of trouble finding the plate. This was going to bounce in front of the plate. Good job behind the plate by Alexis Aragon to stop that one. Otherwise, we'd have had at least a runner down to third, at least.
That was a tough play. That was a nice stop.
Yes, it really was. So Count right now is 2-1, I do believe. Let's see. Oh, no. Wow. Line drive out into left field. That gets away from the left fielder. Here comes another run to score for Los Alamos as Eli Garcia comes in to score and then diving back to second base. Rounding the base that time was Abby D. Herrera. And then she started to go toward third and decided that was a good idea, not a good idea. So another unnecessary Pete Rose slide into second base. But I'm sure that John and Nate were taking pictures like crazy of that. So
yeah, Topper's 4 for 4 in unnecessary slides this morning.
One of those has to make it into the Daily Post. This ball game brought to you, of course, by the Daily Post and Carol Clark. I want to thank Carol Clark for her support of Los Alamos High School Athletic. Michaela Guillen, the pitcher, is at the plate. This one bounces in front of the plate, and out there fooling around at second base right now is illegal. Let's see, is Abby D. Herrera.
Abby's done actually very well doing that this year, just making the catcher make a decision, and more often than not, the catcher's made the wrong decision.
Yes, they had. There's a high fly ball. I thought that was gone. It does hit the fence. And so Michaela Guillen, I thought she had pasted that one. That thing looked like it was going to go halfway to Los Alamos, but it just hit right in front of the fence and then bounced up against the fence. So Michaela Guillen with a beautiful, beautiful double, and she brings in Abby D. Herrera around to score. And so right now, let's see the adding up here, Mike. My golly, we got what, 7?
8.
8? Wow. There's a high fly ball out into left field, and that's going to be the second out into right center field. Micah Stanfield was the batter, and she flies out on the first pitch to center field. And so now we're going to come around to Hannah Bergerman. Hannah, the second baseman for Los Alamos, flew out to center field to end the inning the last time she was up. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Michaela.
And Bergman, big cut. That's going to get fouled straight back and out of play. 0-1. Hannah, it's never been shy about taking those big cuts.
Yes.
And she is 0 for 1 in this ball game. Hannah actually had her sleeves rolled up. She's got them rolled down now, and I think she's just begging for a sunburn.
Yes, absolutely. Beautiful morning here in Pojoaque. This one's fouled off over the backstop. So that 8-0 right now. The Hilltoppers are going with 5 runs. They put 2 runs in, and they got Izzy Madison on a pop-up in the infield. That was caught by the first baseman. And so now Hannah Bergerman still at the plate for Los Alamos. And the count right now is 0-2 to Hannah. And we have 2 outs. This one's going to be outside. So we have 2 outs. Izzy Madison popped up to first, and then Micah Stanfield flew out to center. Other than that, everybody else has gotten on base, and 5 of the 6 who've gotten on base have come home. And so right now, Hannah Bergerman, she's actually the number, this one's going to get away from the catcher. So going down to third base right now is Michaela Guillen. So she's at third on the fast ball. And Hannah Bergerman still at the plate with a count of 2-2. Second baseman for Los Alamos, number 9 batter, swings and misses. And so
now it's out number 3.
That's out number 3. I don't think anybody knew that. They threw it down to third base trying to catch Michaela Guillen off third base, but apparently nobody knew that was out number 3. So the Hilltoppers put up 9 batters, Mike, in that inning, and brought in 5 of them. So the Hilltoppers right now 8-0. What's that mercy rule?
So there's 2 phases of it here in softball. The first phase would be 15 runs after 3 innings. So we're not quite there yet, but The second would be 10 runs after 5 innings. So the Toppers well on pace for that. But for the Toppers, they put up a 5 spot in that top of the second inning off of 4 hits, 2 very costly Elket errors, and 1 left on base. Toppers up 8-0 after an inning and a half here. So coming up for the Elkets in this bottom of the second inning, trying to maybe make a little bit of a dent into that lead. They are going to send to the plate number 24, Kelly Griego. She is the center fielder. Amaya Gonzalez is the first baseman, and Stephanie Romero, the right fielder. If any of those ladies get on, Chantel Molina, the pitcher, will come up to bat. So 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Elkets to face Bella Robertson, who looked very, very good in that first inning.
Yeah, she certainly did. And so Marissa Martinez, the number 3 batter, got on base, but Bella struck out the other 3. So now Kelly Griego at the plate, and the first pitch catches that outside corner for a strike. So it makes it 0-1 to the center fielder. Takes a cut at this one. The pitch was actually outside. She stretched for it. She was trying to get to it. I mean, she didn't just take a normal swing. She stretched way forward trying to get that ball. Kelly Griego. High fly ball into center field, and that's going to, drop in and over the fence. Not over the fence by a home run, but another ground rule double. I guess it's after this concrete under this artificial turf. Anyway, but
maybe out there in the outfield, that is the third ball that is either bounced over the fence or gotten stuck in the fence this morning.
Yeah, so a ground rule double. Time for Kelly Griego. And at the plate right now, the first baseman, Amaya Gonzalez. So Kelly, Mike, with a ground rule double, having a plethora of those there this morning. Maya Gonzalez, the first baseman. She'll be followed by Stephanie Romero, who is the right fielder. So Kelly, or Amaya, ready. So runner on second base, so nobody out. So right now the Hilltoppers leading 8-0, and Pojoaque with the opportunity to put somebody across home plate for a run. But Amaya Gonzalez, late swing. That bat looked awfully heavy on that swing.
That was a very, very hard fastball there from Robertson. Evens the count at 2-2.
Swing and miss. That'll do it for Amaya.
And coming back inside is Robertson, and looked like jammed Amaya a little bit. Just could not get the bat around. I think that goes off the handle of the bat had she been able to get around on it. But a couple of very hard pitches there from Bella Robertson.
Stephanie Romero, the right fielder, now steps up to the plate for the Elkets. They one away. They have a runner on second base. That's Kelly Griego, as she got a nice, beautiful double out into center field, which bounced over the fence. So she ended up with a ground rule double. And right now, let's see the count to 2-0.
I believe that's correct. Yes.
Swing and miss. Boy, that one was right at the knees and right down the middle. But Stephanie could not get a hold of it. So that's going to make it now 2-1 is the count to the right fielder. And on deck is the pitcher, Chantel Molina.
That next pitch a little bit high, 3-1 the count. So Robertson hasn't fallen behind a whole lot of batters up to this point.
No, she hasn't.
They're going to give her that one. That was right at the upper edge of the strike zone.
Yeah,
3-2 the count.
Yeah, well, he did not do a Leslie Nielsen. He just took his sweet time in calling that one. This was fouled off against the the screen behind us, and so behind the plate. So that's going to make it now. The count would be 2-2. 2-2 is the count. To Stephanie Romero. Whoa! Oh, catches the outside corner. Wow! And everybody in the stands saw that one. I mean, as soon as that thing came across, and before the umpire made his call, there was a big roar from the crowd here. So Stephanie is called out. That's 2 away. Runner still on second base. And here comes the pitcher, Chantel Molina. So we have a strike one is the call. No, it's the ball one, actually. This one's going to be low and outside. Bella, pitcher against pitcher. Bella right now behind on the count. 2-0.
Now, Topper outfield playing very, very shallow.
Yes, and the right now it's a 3-0. So here comes a Chantel. You got a home run ball coming. She's showing bunt, of course. She's going to take this, and so that one is a ball. Well, that's unusual. Bella Robertson throwing 4 straight balls.
First walk issued by Robertson. Robertson already with 5 strikeouts. As we swing around to Tia Roybal, the designated hitter. She's the number 9 batter for the Elkettes.
Yeah, like we were talking before the game, it's you have the number 9 batter is a designated hitter. That's like kind of an odd position for the designated hitter.
That makes no sense to me.
Ground ball down to the shortstop, picked up by Abby D. Herrera. Nice throw over to Bella. Let's see who's on first. Let's see who's on first. On first base.
That is Michaela Guillen.
Okay.
And plenty of time. A nice pickup there by Abby. So the Elkettes go down. The Bella Robertson able to pitch around that lead off a ground rule double with a couple of strikeouts. Already has 5 for the game. So for the Elkettes, they get no runs on one very, very nice ground rule double. No Topper errors, and 1 left on base. So heading into the top of the 3rd inning, Gene, we are sitting at 8-0 in favor of Los Alamos. If they can put together a huge inning, they actually might be able to close this one out early. But that'd be a pretty big inning. But the Toppers, I think, have the firepower to do it.
Yeah, so
coming up for this inning for Los Alamos, Toppers actually batted around, Gene, in that last inning. So they're going to send the 7, 8, 9 batters again. Maria De Herrera, who led off the 2nd inning, will lead off the 3rd inning, followed by Daylin Rodriguez and Izzy Madison to face Chantel Molina. So last inning, the Maria led off with a walk, and that was followed by one other ground rule doubles by Daylin Rodriguez. So see what Maria can do here.
So comes to the plate, walked the last time she was up and came in to score. Came in to score off that ground rule double. And so, well, actually, she'd gone down to second base, so she came in to score, and then Izzy Madison followed her. But right now, it's Maria De Herrera at the plate facing the pitcher, Chantel Molina. Called strike.
Molina took something off at that one. She was having a little trouble with that pitch, actually trying to throw some changeups, but last inning those kept running high on her.
Yeah, they float. All the changeups float. There's another took about a half-speed pitch that one, and that's been the problem for Chantel. She's thrown an awful lot of high pitches, and the Hilltoppers have taken full advantage of Chantel this morning. And there's a pop fly that's going to go foul down the right field line.
It gets into the cow pasture behind the field. So Pojoaque Valley, the campus, huge campus, and they have a set of cows here. Not quite sure why, but they have quite a collection of cows right behind the softball field.
Well, they said high fly ball out into center field, and that is gone. So Maria De Herrera leads things off in the top of the third inning with a booming home run over the center field fence. Wow. I mean, she got the hold of that one. That was long gone. And directly in center field.
Absolutely straight away center. And Maria got all of that one. Nice. Just a big swing given chase out there was Kelly Griego. I think she thought she had to play for a second, but then jumped up, reached out, and that was well over the fence into the adjacent soccer field here. So nice swing there by Maria, and she makes this a 9-0 ball game.
9-0, nobody out. Top of the third inning. Dalen Rodriguez, the catcher, at the plate for Los Alamos. Dalen, the last time she was up, you had that booming double. Ground rule, bounced over the fence. Seemed to heal. If they hit out by the fence, they seem to bounce over pretty good. So I'm not sure how hard this field is. It's artificial. And there's another fly ball out into left field. This may be gone, and it is gone. Wow. Dalen Rodriguez comes to the plate, follows Maria De Herrera's home run with a home run of her own. Dalen Rodriguez right in the same place, and all the girls waiting for her at home plate. And as soon as she gets to home plate, they all fall over on their back. Amazing. So but wow. I mean, that was another boomer. You could see that right away that was gone. And so 2 home runs here as we go up 10-0 here in this ball game as the Hilltoppers just booming away here. And 2 home runs to start this top of this third inning. You believe that? Wow. And nobody out. There's a ground ball down to third and the throw to first in time. So great. It heads on down to Kaylin Mondragon, and Mondragon scoops it up with a nice throw from third to first over to Amaya Gonzalez.
And that one took a huge bounce in front of her. She had to go upstairs to get it, but nice throw across the bag and got Izzy in plenty of time. Back to that home run, Gene. Again, like to straight away center field.
And there's a ground ball. That's going to be a little hopper out in the infield. And boy, I mean, immediately charging it immediately was the third base girl. And Kaylin Mondragon, I mean, all the other fielders just kind of watched her because she just took off immediately when she saw that ball hit, just ran toward first base, got up around close to the pitcher's mound, scooped it up, and then over to first. And so and of course that batter was, we never had a chance to say who the batter was, Rihanna Naranjo. And so she grounds out to third base.
So two nice plays in a row there by Mondragon at third base.
Yeah, we have deja vu all over again here. We have 2 home runs and then 2 ground outs to third. This is going to be a ground ball down to the shortstop, and this is going to go over to first in time as Anissa Herrera just scooped it up over to Maya Gonzalez. And so an easy out that time for the Elkettes, but the Elkettes giving up two home runs, Mike. The 2 leadoff batters with a home run I've never seen that.
That doesn't happen very often, but Maria De Herrera and Dalen Rodriguez going back to back, almost exact same spot out there in center field. Maria's lifted and it just kept going and drifting backwards, and that one got out. Dalen's was a line drive, absolutely no doubt whatsoever. I think that hit one of the soccer goals back there on before it came down. So 2 back-to-back home runs to straightaway center by Maria De Herrera and Dalen Rodriguez. So 10-0 advantage for Los Alamos heading into the bottom of the third inning. And for the Elkettes, they are going to send to the plate. Top of the order, actually, Anissa Herrera, the shortstop, Kaylin Mondragon, the third baseman, made a couple of nice stops there in that top of the third inning. And Marissa Martinez, the left fielder, going to face Bella Robertson, who's looked very, very good so far through 2 innings. And throwing very hard to start this game is Robertson.
So here comes Anissa Herrera. She's the shortstop. And, well, her third strike in the first inning she took a cut out. No, she was called out. And now she's showing bunt, pulls back from the bunt. So she was called out on strikes to start things off. And then Kaylin Mondragon, who will follow her, and followed her in the first inning. She struck out swinging at the ball. There's a high fly ball. Whoa! Oh, comes that. Well, I'm glad that didn't come straight over because that would have hit me in the head. It was actually landed on somebody sitting just to the right of me. So they sacrificed their body for me.
Yes, they did. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. This pitch is going to be outside.
Flashing bunt there was Herrera. Elkettes really haven't attempted any bunts today. I mean, really thought about attempting a bunt.
No, really not any opportunity for a bunt. This is a one hopper out into left field, picked up out there in left field by Los Alamos. So scooping it up is for the Hilltoppers is Micah Stanfield. And so Micah just brings it back in, but a nice base hit by Anissa Herrera to start things off here in the bottom of the third inning. Kaylin Mondragon, the third baseman, who made a couple of really nice plays in that last inning, she now stepped to the plate, struck out the last time she was up in the first inning. Now she faces Bella Robertson. This is going to get away from Dalen Rodriguez. Dalen, not very many get away from her, but that's going to send Anissa Herrera down to second base on the pass ball. And so Kaylin now has a runner in scoring position. And Marissa Martinez, the number 3 batter, is on deck. There's a nice fly ball out into center. That's going to be brought in by the Hilltoppers to throw to second. And, of course, holding at second was Anissa Herrera. So Kaylin Mondragon flies out to center. And that makes it one away. And now here comes Marissa Martinez. And she is the left fielder for the Elkettes. The one away, runner on second. Marissa Martinez at the plate. First pitch she takes is a ball. Fantastic morning here, Mike, in northern New Mexico, here in Pojoaque. Beautiful day for a softball game.
Yeah, it is. This is the exact type of weather you want for baseball and softball.
There's a throw down to third as it looked like as Kaylin Anissa Herrera decided that she was going to. Well, she faked the run to third, but the Hilltopper, Dalen Rodriguez, right on top of it. This one is just low, just below the knees, and so we're having a little cat and mouse game here between Dalen Rodriguez and Anissa Herrera out on second base. So there's one away, runner on second. And that's going to score a run. Base hit out into center field. The throw is going to.
That is not going to score a run.
Wow. Great fielding out there in center field for Los Alamos by Rihanna Naranjo. She charged that ball. It was a line drive over second base. And Rihanna just charged the ball, scooped it up, brought it in right away. And then I think what happened, of course, Mike, was that Anissa Herrera probably held up a little bit to see if that ball was going to be caught. But anyway, so she holds at third, and Marissa Martinez gets a nice single out into center. And so now they have runners on second and third as Marissa steals the bag second base easily. And Alaya Rios, the second baseman, is up. She struck out the first time she was up. So right now, Pojoaque starting to get the bat on the ball here against Bella Robertson. This is a late swing. I mean, late swing and not a whole lot on it. It turned out to be kind of a lazy swing in a way. And so Alaya Rios goes down for swinging for the second time. Here comes Kelly Griego. She's the center fielder. Ball down to second base. Hilltopper's having a lot of trouble fielding it. Took a crazy bounce. It was going right to Hannah Bergman. Bergman having to run to her right to try to get to it. But in the infield, took a funny bounce and then hit Hannah like in the shoulder. And so all the runners are safe at this point. And Pojoaque finally gets on the which should have been Hilltoppers. Should have been an easy out for Los Alamos, but not. And so Kelly, let's see at the plate right now is Maya Gonzalez. She's the first baseman. She takes a swing and misses. So Kelly Griego gets on first on an error. And now she's still at first. They're two away. Well, I thought maybe she'd try to steal second, but right now they're not fooling around. So now she's going to go down to second.
One pitch too late.
Yes, little too late on that one. Swing and miss by Maya Gonzalez. So the Elkets bring in Anissa Herrera, Mike, she was a leadoff hitter in this inning, and makes it now a 10-1 ball game.
That's right. The Elkets finally get on the board here in the bottom of the third against Bella Robertson. They got a run on 3 hits, and yes, I actually awarded a hit on that. I know that Gene just fell out of his chair, but they took a nasty bounce in front of Hannah Bergman.
Hit on that.
They took a very nasty bounce in front of Bergman. So I think without that bounce, I think she makes the play. But no topper errors and 2 left on base. 10-1 ball game here, heading into the top of the 4th inning. Toppers would love to get a couple here and maybe close this one out a little bit. But coming to the plate, 3, 4, and 5, heart of the order for Los Alamos. Abby D. Herrera, the shortstop, followed by Michaela Guillen, the first baseman, and Micah Stanfield, the left fielder. Bergman will come up to the plate if anybody gets on. So big part of the order here for the Toppers. They have excellent opportunity to put a lot of pressure here on the Elkets.
So Abby, the shortstop, Abby D. Herrera. And, of course, we have her sister, Maria D. Herrera. She is the third base girl, but right now it's Abby, the shortstop at the plate. Swings and misses. And the count right now is 1-1 to Abby. As Mike said, she'll be followed by the first baseman, Michaela Guillen, and then Micah Stanfield. So Abby ready. Hilltoppers leading 10-1. Nice hit out into left field. That's going to get away from the left fielder, bounce up against the fence. And so heading for third. And a beat row slide into first base just ahead of the throw. So nice fielding in the outfield out there as the ball got away from the left fielder. And then the center fielder came over and scooped it up. And that was Kelly Griego. Made a nice throw over to Caleb Mondragon at third base. And then the Pete Rose slide diving in under the throw. And that was a close one. But Abby D. Herrera ends up with a triple
or a
side note,
three
bagger.
side note there, Gene, Abby's slide was the first slide the Toppers actually needed to make today. So she has broken the string.
Yes, she really has.
I think she needs to go to the bench for that, frankly.
Yes, she got a legitimate slide this time. And then here comes Michaela Guillen. And so Abby De Herrera starts things off with a 3-bagger. And now Michaela Guillen is at the plate. And she lifts one into left field, and this one is going to be caught. High fly ball into me. Boy, I mean, that was a high fly ball out into left field. Like if she'd straightened that thing out a little, I mean, it had the momentum. It's just too much elevation. So Michaela flies out to center field, and so that'll bring up Micah Stanfield, and she is the left fielder.
And tagging up from third and coming in to score was Abby De Herrera. They're going to actually they're going to appeal at third base, but Abby was fine, and Elkett's checking to see if maybe she left a little bit early. She did not.
Can't lose anything by checking. So Micah Stanfield comes to the plate. First pitch, high fly ball. That's going to drop in the infield grass. And so everybody's safe. So that was over the shortstop's head and out into right over the shortstop. Came down right at the edge of the outfield grass. And no way they could play on that one. So Micah gets a first base, so that's her second hit of this ball game. And then now here comes Hannah Bergerman. Hannah Bergerman, the second baseman for Los Alamos. So we got a pickle going here. No, we don't anymore. So they had a hit and run on. And actually, Hannah was supposed to bunt it. Micah took off right away. And the pitch was wide, was outside. Hannah tried to get to it, couldn't get to it. So it comes down to the catcher, and then the Hilltopper runner. Oh, there's a throw, goes out into center field as a bad throw, and as trying to steal that time. Well, she did steal, and that was Micah Stanfield. So she took off towards second base, and then the throw actually went out almost into right field.
That actually went to the left of the second baseman, who is not at second base yet. I'm not sure what happened there. It didn't look like the catcher was attempting to throw to the bag. I think she was trying to throw the second baseman.
Yeah.
While she was running over to the bag, and that did not work out the way the Elkets were hoping.
Yeah, because that throw was way to the right of second base, and so this one is
that's going to hit. I think Bergerman.
Hit by the pitch. So Hannah Bergerman is just barely got her, but so she's hit by the pitch.
And unfortunately, if Bergman had got out of the way, I think for the Toppers, they're going to score on that play.
So Maria De Herrera at the plate. The Hilltoppers are going to steal second. So Micah Stanfield now is over at third base, and Hannah Bergerman now heads down to second base after she was hit by the pitch. And the batter for Los Alamos is Maria De Herrera. High fly ball out into center field. Boy, nice play out there in center field, and all the runners tag up, and coming in, all the runners tag up and then come around. So Micah Stanfield scores. She comes in from third base, and then Hannah Bergerman moves over to third as they tag up. Maria De Herrera flies out to center, and then that'll bring up Daylin Rodriguez, the catcher, who hit a home run last time she was up. Let's see if she can do it again. Daylin ready. Called strike. So right now we have 2 outs, and both outs are courtesy of the center fielder for Pojoaque, Kelly Griego. This pitch is going to be a little outside. That'll make it 1-1. Is the count. Dalen Rodriguez, the catcher. So she scored twice, had a ground rule double first in the second inning. In the third inning, a booming home run. This is going to be a ground ball down to the third base. Easy play at third base, as scooping it up that time was Kaylin Mondragon, and over to Maya Gonzalez for the easy out. So Dalen grounds out to third. Third baseman for Los Alamos, for Pojoaque, Kaylin Mondragon. She's been a busy girl in this contest, but that will end the inning as that was Dalen Rodriguez, was the number 8 batter for Los Alamos. And when we come back for the next inning, we'll be starting off with the bottom of the order, Izzy Madison. But right now it's so Mike.
A 12-1 ball game in favor of Los Alamos after 3.5 innings. Toppers scored 2 runs on 2 hits. Another pair of Pojoaque Valley errors. The Elkets have really struggled on the field today, and 1 left on base, 12-1. So Pojoaque coming up in the bottom of the 4th inning, and they are due up to send Stephanie Romero, the right fielder, Chantel Molina, the pitcher, and Tia Roybal, the designated hitter, 7-8-9, heading up for the Elkets to face Bella Roberts, who has been outstanding today. Got a little bit of feedback. Yes, take a look on that. He is all over it. You know, our crack IT guy. I think he smacked it in the side, and it works perfectly now. So thank you, Nate, for that.
Is at the player for Pojoaque is they need 3 runs if they want to continue this ball game. Right now, the Hilltoppers up 12-1. So they actually need 2 runs, actually. Otherwise, this ball game is over. So at the plate, Stephanie Romero. And Stephanie is the number 7 batter in the order. Swing and miss. So she is gone. So Bella Robertson 2 outs away from closing things. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, this is okay.
All right. Well, so folks, we're actually at the bottom of the 4th inning. So
never mind what I just said.
Yeah, just forget all that. So no, the Elkets will live to play at least another inning more after this, regardless of what happens. But that is I believe that's the 8th strikeout for Bella, as Molina at the plate, and she is quickly down. Oh, I thought she was down 0-2, but 1-1 the count, actually. So 1-1 the count here to Chantel Molina, and Bella looking very, very good. Wow.
Nice pitch on the outside corner. Wow. I can't believe you let me carry on all about that mercy rule.
You were on a roll. I didn't want to break your roll there, but down goes Molina on looking. So that is the 9th strikeout for Robertson. What a ball game she has had.
Yeah, I'm so used to Los Alamos being the home team that anyway. So Chantel goes down. So that's out number 2. Here comes Tia Roybal. She's a designated hitter. This pitch is going to be outside. So anyway, all that garbage that I thought about this inning's going to be over. Our ball game's going to be over. Just forget all that. That'll be the case next inning. So call a strike to to the designated hitter, Tia Roybal. She's batting for the catcher, Alexis Aragon. Ground ball down to third. Easy play for the Hilltoppers, scooping it up. Maria De Herrera, and she heads it over to Michaela Guillen for the final out of the fourth inning.
That was a tough play, too, there for Maria. Got it on the short hop after the big bounce. But down go the Elkets in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. So after 4 completes, 12-1 in favor of the Toppers. And now the Toppers can close it out, James, if they can hold serve here in this 5th inning.
Take everything I said, I just said about closing the ball game out, and now it's true.
Yes.
So just extrapolate that to this inning.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So Toppers will send Izzy Madison to the plate, the number 9 batter. She'll be followed by Rihanna Naranjo at the top of the order, and Illy Garcia, the designated hitter. And we'll see if Maria Cedillo wants to make any moves here. She might want to. Actually, I think she is. It looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here to start things off. That is Lindsay Ferran, actually, in the on deck circle right now. So we might have a little bit of a difference here. We'll see. Lindsay is going to step to the plate, so she's going to take over for Izzy Madison here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, that's Lindsay Ferran.
And then we'll go back to the top of the order to Rihanna and Illy Garcia, if barring any further changes by Maria Cedillo. Toppers completely 100% in control in this ball game, 12-1. Top of the 5th, and we got a stray ball out there, which is picked up. So Ferran up to bat, the right-handed batter. This is for her first trip to the plate.
So Lindsay takes the first pitch. That's going to be it's going to be called a ball. So
not sure where that missed.
Yeah, no,
like
really
a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, it really was. So she is the number 9 batter right now, batting for Izzy Madison, and that looked like a pretty good pitch too. But right now, at the count, I do believe it's 2-0. Yes, it is 2-0 to Lindsay Ferran. Lindsay, and she puts a high fly ball out to right field, right center field, and the right fielder for Pojoaque comes over to make the grab, and that is Amaya Gonzalez. So, not Amaya Gonzalez. Let's see, that's Stephanie Romero out there in right field. So Lindsay, a junior for Los Alamos, and now comes to the plate. We should have, let's see, number 24. Yes, Rihanna Naranjo will now bat.
Naranjo showing bunt there.
She's the number 1 batter in the order, and popped out to first, grounded out to third, takes a ground ball down the third baseline. So the count looks like it's 0-2, Mike. And then we'll have there's a high fly ball. That's going to come into foul territory. That's going to drop in fair. And so heading for third. Oh, she had a golden opportunity for a Pete Rose slide because that was a close throw. I can't believe she didn't slide in on that and take advantage of that.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good throw. A fly ball into right field. So there are 2 lines here, a white line and a yellow line, and they're down the right field line, and they're about maybe 2-3 yards away from each other, and that fell just inside the white line. So throw over to first on the ground ball. That was Illy Garcia grounds out, but that is going to bring in the run as Rihanna Naranjo scores from third base.
Yes, and so that was Illy Garcia. Was she grounded? Let's see, she grounded out, but that does bring home Rhiannon Arenas as Mike points out, and now Abby De Herrera, the shortstop, is at the plate. So there's 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. Abby De Herrera is at the plate for Los Alamos. And the count right now, 2-1 to Abby. See, Abby's had a pretty good, well, she got a base hit, and then next time she was up, she was able to stretch it to third base. And then she stretched it to third base again. And now here's another boomer out into, and that one's over the fence again. Oh, the 3rd home run of this ball game for Los Alamos. And so all the girls line up at the plate so they can all drop down on their butts. Here they go.
Oh, they didn't do it.
Hey, they didn't do it.
What was that?
Oh, come on. I guess home runs are getting to be old hat here.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden they don't care anymore. So,
Well, I think that dropping to the ground's a little dangerous.
a little bit, yes.
But in any event, Abby De Herrera, again, straight away center field. And so Maria had the pop-up home run, and followed by Dalen Rodriguez at a line drive home run. It's to those exact same spots, and Abby that was kind of right in between them. She got a lot of it. It went way up. Oh,
Michaela Guillen, and that one's heading. Whoa! And another one for Los Alamos. Michaela Guillen with a home run for the Hilltoppers. And let's see what the Hilltopper girls are going to do to greet Michaela. They all line up. They are ready. Oh, okay. I guess they've been told not to drop down on their butts. I guess
that was boring. That was a boring celebration.
All they did was stand there and high five her. So, I mean, they need to come up with something really, really creative here.
All right. They need to do that bowling ball thing that they do in the NFL.
Yeah, there you go.
I think so. We have a new batter here.
Yeah, Micah Stanfield's supposed to be up. Who's up?
That is Onessa Pojoaque.
Oh, okay.
And she comes to bat here in the 5th inning with the Toppers 15-1.
Yeah, Onessa just a sophomore, but the Hilltoppers leading 15-1 in this ball game. This pitch is going to be outside. There's nobody on base. It's of course a home run. They had back-to-back home runs again. That's twice in this ball game we've had back-to-back home runs. That is just amazing. And the Hilltopper girls, they are really swinging away at that ball.
Yeah, those home runs were not cheap ones. Those were well over the fence as Onessa takes a 4-pitch walk. So she is aboard as well with 2 outs. And here comes Hannah Bergman. But the Toppers have really just hammered away on Chantel. And those 4 home runs, like I said, well over the fence, plus a couple of ground rule doubles to boot. So a couple they just missed.
So Hannah Bergman, the second baseman at the plate, and playing way off this for Los Alamos, Onessa Pojoaque. So she's down at first base, and Hannah, and she lifts one. This may be gone, and that one is gone.
Unbelievable.
Holy mackerel. I do not believe this. Another home run for Los Alamos, this time by Hannah Bergman. And she's going to bring in a score. And boy, the Hilltoppers are really pouring it on now. 12, 1, 2, 3, 16-1. And 3 home runs in this top of the 5th inning. Wow. So Chris Ortiz is just going to, he's no point in changing the pitcher. He might as well just tough it out at this point. And here comes Maria De Herrera. And there's a single out into center field floats over the second base, drops in the outfield grass. And so Maria de Herrera gets on with a single. And so now, Mike, we're at the number 9 batter in this inning. And that was Daylin Rodriguez. Is coming to the plate. And she actually is the number 8 batter, but she's number 9 in this inning. This one gets away from the pitcher from Chantel, as that went flying high over the top of the catcher's head, easily down to second base is Wakia. So Wakia down at second. This is another high pitch, and right now, Mike, unfortunately, Chantel is really struggling on that mound. So with the high fly ball out into left field, and that's going to be caught. So Daylin Rodriguez finally ends this inning as she grounds out into left field. Flies out into left field, put 9 batters up. And right now the score in this ball game, 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess 16-1.
17 to 1.
Now, so you're right.
So the Topper 17-1 ball game, and the Elkets a little shell shocked right now. The Toppers score 5 runs on 4 hits. 3 of those left the park for the Toppers. One by Hannah Bergman, one by Abby D. Herrera, and one by Michaela Guillen. So 4 hits and 3 home runs and a triple. So I know that was 5 hits. 5 hits for the Toppers in that inning, and no errors and 1 left on base. So a 17-1 ball game. Wow, what a game for the Toppers. The Toppers we've seen very, very capable of putting up a lot of runs in a hurry, and they're showing that today. The just 5 home runs for Los Alamos in this ball game, and wow, just a fantastic show of power this morning and going into this afternoon here against the Elkets, and boy, just not been their game.
The Elkets need 7 runs to stay alive in this bottom of the 5th inning.
No problem.
Not at all. And so let's see what I've got up here, Mike. Looks like we're at the top of the order. And unless I'm mistaken, we're looking at this, and that's exactly who we're looking at. Bella Robertson on the mound for Los Alamos. And behind the plate is Daylin Rodriguez. Hilltopper is a 2-0 is the count right now. Ground ball is going to get out into left field, and that's going to roll up against the fence. Unbelievable. I mean, and they're going to go to third. Whoa. So Anissa Herrera starts things off, and she's able to stretch that to third base. But as the ground ball got right by the shortstop, diving for it that time was Abby D. Herrera, and then it just kept rolling. Nobody could get to it in time, and it rolled up against the fence. So she ends up on third base, and that brings up the third baseman now, Kaylin Mondragon. And Kaylin, she struck out in the first inning, flew out to center in the third. There's a nice little bunt. So the play is going to go to first, and the throw comes home to. So I'm surprised they did well. They decided to go for the out rather than hold the runner. That certainly makes sense. So Kaylin Mondragon grounds out. So for the out, so that's out number 1. And but Anissa Herrera comes home to score. That makes it now 17-2.
But playing for 1 run when you need 7 doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So
no, it doesn't.
So one run in, but that was a costly out there by the Elkettes. So.
And Marissa Martinez, the left fielder at the bat, high pop fly out towards second base, and the sun directly in the eyes of Hannah Bergerman. I mean, she tried to hold her glove up in front of her face to block the sun, and at the last second, she just took off running. She's like I'm not gonna let this thing bump me on the head.
She couldn't see where it was. But yeah, that could not have been more straight in the sun if they had tried. So that one falls in.
The throw down to first. The batter right now, by the way, is Alaya Rios, and she's the second baseman. But Marissa is on base, and you can credit the sun for that one. Got another sun ball coming, and whoa, wow! And we get a double play. Yes, we do. Wow, charging a high fly ball out into short center field. Charging that was Rihanna Naranjo. Caught the ball on the run and then a quick throw over to Michaela Guillen at first base. And they catch off the bag Marissa Martinez for a double play. Well, what a way to end the ball game, boy. I mean, hustle, boy, by Rihanna Naranjo. As soon as she saw that ball coming in, she just took off running toward it, caught it on a dead run, and then threw it on a dead run over to first base and completes the double play. And so that ends it, and the Hilltoppers win this ball game 17-2.
Wow, nice catch there by Rihanna to end the game. I didn't think she was going to get there, but she is able to make the basket catch and then threw it off of one leg through a strike to first base to get the runner in plenty of time to end this ball game. So a nice play there by Rihanna, but boy, what an offensive showcase here by the Toppers in this ball game.
Well,
what a contest. 5 home runs for Los Alamos and a pair of back-to-back home runs. A pair in the third inning and a pair in the fifth inning for Los Alamos to close out this ball game. So 5 Toppers go yard, and then a couple just missed as well. So what a performance! I got to count up how many extra base hits Toppers had. It must have been 8 or 9.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah, let me do that real quick. But Toppers win this one 17-2. The Toppers just jumping all over Chantel Molina, who actually threw pretty well in the first inning. We thought they were going to be in pretty good shape, but Chantel kind of started to her control after the first inning wavered a little bit. She had to throw a lot of pitches right over the heart of the plate, and Los Alamos took full advantage of that in this ball game to win big, 17-2. Los Alamos goes to 4-1 in the district season. We've got another ball game down here between the Topper softball team and the Elkettes, but we're going to head upstairs to the baseball field to check out the Topper baseball team taking on the Pojoaque Valley Elks in game 2 of their doubleheader in District 2 4A play. But nice victory for Los Alamos and for the Toppers. Bella Robertson looked very, very good on the mound. Really didn't allow a whole lot, just maybe 1 or 2 instances of solid contact against Bella, but she struck out I believe she struck out 10 in that ball game, and just in full command was Robertson. And any chance Pojoaque Valley had to get back in this ball game, she quelched that very, very quickly. Yes. So big win for Los Alamos.
So that'll do it. So we want to thank Carol Clark and John McHale and Nate Limbach for putting all this together, and the Los Alamos Daily Post allowing us to broadcast these contests. And we really appreciate the support of all those people, and especially of Carol Clark, the Los Alamos Daily Post. This is Gene Mortensen for Mike Mays, and the final score was 17-2. The Hilltoppers winning this ball game, and now we have to pack up and head up to the baseball field. So we'll be back on the air in a little bit. It's supposedly, let's see, at 1 o'clock is the well, that's our target time anyway.
Yeah, we'll
So-
see.
So
12:18 right now, so we got about 45 minutes to get up there, and but 1 o'clock. For baseball, that's usually a little optimistic to get a game in and lunch within 2 hours.
yes, absolutely. Okay, so we'll be back. Hilltopper